Hello, welcome to eng368 Business and Organizational Writing for Fall 2019. I'm your instructor, Dr. Timothy Ray, and as you can see by the information here on the syllabus, my email is tray@wcpa.edu, and that's typically the best way to get a hold of me. Right below that, you see my office location in Maine 108. However, I don't have a phone in my office, so you see my office phone that's listed there. That's actually the English department main number. And I do have office hours this semester from 3 to 4 on Monday, Wednesday, and from 1 to 4 on Tuesday. And so those are other good times to catch up with me. And on Thursdays and Fridays, I can be reached via Zoom. And so there's my Zoom personal room. I've also included some more information. My mailbox, the English department mailboxes, are on the 5th floor of Main Hall, room 527. But you shouldn't need my mailbox for any reason. We're doing everything digitally and electronically for this session. And I also include the Westchester Department of Public Safety number just in case, just for emergencies. They've asked us to do that on our syllabus. The required text for this class is called Technical Communication, 12th edition, by Mike Markle and Stuart Selber. This is a text that I've used for many years for this course, dating all the way back to the 3rd edition. I find that it's a very good text, even though it's titled Technical Communication. The text lends itself very well to the types of assignments that we're going to be doing this semester, and it's very well written, easy to read, an interesting read, lots of graphics, images, charts, tables. It's visually interesting, and it's an intelligent text. Recently, I became aware from one of my students that there is a PDF version of the 11th edition of this text that they were able to find out on the internet, and they shared it with me, and so I'm making that version available as well, just because it's out there in the wild and you could find it yourself. But for the syllabus, the reading assignments, they should match up in terms of the chapters, but they probably won't match up in terms of the page numbers, but they should be very close. So let me show you the link to the 11th edition that I linked up on our D2L page. Okay, so if you go to our D2L page and go into the content area, once you get to the content area, you're going to see several things. Let me just make it table of contents. And so the syllabus that's been posted, I've posted some documents already for the employment packet assignment, which is the first assignment, and then the Markle text, 11th edition, and you also see it over here on the sidebar. And when you click on that, you're going to see the 11th edition of Technical Communication. We can pop that out in a new window. Okay, and so then you'll see the entire text there. I do allow students to use an older version of the text for the courses that I teach, just with the caveat that the schedule, the syllabus won't match up exactly with some of the reading assignments. So there you have that. Let me go back to the syllabus and talk about that. Okay, so looking down here, the course description, English 368, designed to make you aware of and proficient in the nature of communication within business and organizations by providing a theoretical basis and practical application of writing in the professions. So this course is designed to make you cognizant of the various forms of writing within your desired profession. One of the things that I tell students quite often about this course is that the documents that we'll be producing in this course will look very little like any of the documents that you create for some of your other courses as an undergraduate. So frequently those documents, research papers, term papers, essays, various other reports and assignments, they tend to have 12-point type, double spaced, 1-inch margin all around, no graphics or images or anything like that, just a bunch of words. And we're going to move beyond that. So this course is designed to make you think more consciously about professional writing and how it differs from academic writing, and to kind of build a bridge between academic writing and professional writing. So you'll have to get used to a little bit these documents not looking like the typical documents that you create for some of your other classes. So as you read down, you'll see the course goals and additional course goals. And we also see the grading for this semester. So we have 4 major projects. The first one, the employment packet, is an assignment that I think most students anticipate having to do when they sign up for this course. It's going to focus largely on resume writing and writing that letter of application for a job. But at the same time, we're going to also look at the job search process and strategizing for it. And we have some other documents related to this. So you are going to create a letter of application and a resume, but we're going to start by having you find a job ad or job description for a job that you could apply for now or upon graduation or within 2 to 3 years of graduation. And this should be a professional job. So we're not talking about flipping burgers or waiting tables or anything like that, but something that you're looking at pursuing professionally. So I have the job ad, job description, and based on which company you're applying to, I'm going to also have you construct what I call an organizational profile. So an organizational profile, it's about a 1-page document in which you kind of hit the high points for this company. These are your notes, basically, and it's kind of a cram sheet that you could refer to 5 minutes before an interview, when you kind of get that panic attack and you blank out on the person's name, or last name or first name or whatever. This is going to be your quick reference sheet for that. Also, it's a handy document to have if you go to like a job fair and you're talking to 20 different companies and you're trying to keep all that information straight. This is a single-page document that you might use for that. So in reality, many people might create a multiple-page document. They might print out parts of the website or something. And so if that's the way you actually do it, that's fine. But for this assignment, I'm asking you to create a single-page document with some notes on it, and also some intelligent questions that you could ask toward the end of a job interview. And then we're also I'm going to ask you to create a profile on LinkedIn and put a picture on it, a professional looking picture, and start filling out at least one of the sections. And so we've got, a good, I think 4 components for this assignment, 5, I guess. Job ad or job description, the letter of application, the resume, the organizational profile, and the LinkedIn profile. And so we'll get started on that pretty quick. The next one, the website analysis, I should have put the word memo in there because this focuses heavily on memo writing. And it's kind of a dying art in business writing, or I should say a threatened art. I think at some point it looked like the memo was on its way out, but it seems to have experienced a bit of resurgence in use in professional settings. And so it's an important document to know how to write. And so we're going to talk about memo writing. But we're going to try to make it fairly interesting by having you focus on a website, because websites are more interesting to analyze as documents than maybe an owner's manual, a user's manual, or something more technical like that. So, and this also gives us a chance to kind of do some screen captures from the website and stick them into our memo and have kind of call out boxes that point out certain things about the screenshot. And so the memo is going to be both written and a fairly visual document. The screen captures and the call out boxes kind of set us up well for the next assignment, the document standards manual, corporate identity manual. This is a document that you're going to create. It's going to be a formal document. It's going to be 10 to 12 pages, maybe more, in which you decide on communications policies for an organization, for both internal and external communication. And part of that is going to include kind of showing the readers, the other employees, what their document should look like. And so we'll be, again, doing more screen captures and putting them in this document. These assignments can build upon each other. So the company that you apply for with the employment packet could be the same company that you do the website analysis memo for, and it could be the same company that you do the document standards manual for. Part of the document standards manual is a company overview, and so you can borrow from that organizational profile that you created for your employment packet in constructing your company overview. By the same token, you could also borrow from your website analysis, because now that you've scrutinized a website, you've probably got some good ideas about what makes for a good website. And so you could incorporate that into your document standards manual, because a website is a document and it's the company presenting itself to its various publics. And so we want to, carefully control how that's done. And so we can address that in the document standards manual. Okay. Our final major assignment is a proposal. And so we'll talk about various types of proposals and create, again, kind of a formal document, 10 to 12 pages, in which you draft a proposal to an organization. And we're going to go through the introduction and statement of need in the first part of the document, the proposed program in the second part of the document. There's assessment, qualifications, and experience. Typically there's a budget, but I'm not requiring you to include that. And we're also going to have things that I call front matter and back matter attached to this document. So those are the major projects, and we're going to kind of start in terms of applying for a job. But we can also build upon these projects, and you're going to create some fairly sophisticated documents by the time the class is over. Okay, so moving along, we get down into course policies, and I'm going to let you read most of that on your own, since this is individualized instruction. Many of the policies may not apply in this situation. So a lot of the stuff about technical proficiency, etc., is kind of boilerplate language that they want us to include with our courses, especially online courses, which we're doing here. And submitting your work, we do everything through D2L. Late work, the important thing to remember here is that I thought I included it with my revision policy, that you do have a revision policy with this class, that at the end, if you got less than a 90 on one of your early assignments, the employment packet, the website analysis memo, or the document standards manual, you can revise up to a 90% on that assignment. So I don't let people revise all the way up to 100, but if you get 70 the first time through, then a 90 looks pretty good the second time through. So the last assignment, the proposal, comes so late that we really can't turn that around for revision, but you do have a revision option for one, but not all, of the first three assignments. So, okay, so additional standard language here. And moving along here, wanted to talk about this course schedule. So what I did was kind of for this individualized instruction, a shortened session, is I kind of copied my 5-week summer schedule onto this. So I've built it onto 5 weeks, but we can talk about how quickly we want to move through all of this. So maybe certain things we need to kind of slow down for, and other things I can kind of speed up. But we can, again, talking back and forth over email, figure out exactly how we want to finish up all this work and get everything accomplished in a timely manner. So, as I mentioned previously, in my previous email, we don't have to finish this by the very end of this semester. I sometimes do this with student interns during the summer where 5 weeks is not enough, that we can extend the semester after the end of the semester, and we have until the 8th week of the following semester to complete all the requirements. What I would have to do at the end of this semester is file an NG, a no grade, and then work on completing it over winter break and first part of next semester. So there's the schedule and the syllabus. I've posted the assignment sheet and some related documents for the employment packet. I'm going to create another video lecture to introduce you to that assignment. But I think this is it for now for this introductory lecture, and appreciate you watching all the way through, and look forward to working with you. Talk to you soon.